Hey guys, it's Everything Cards, and today I have a hopefully much anticipated video, my top 10 decks of playing cards. Alright, this was a request by a subscriber quite a while ago. It just took me a while to find the time to figure out what my top 10 decks were. These are all just the ones that I highly prize among my collection, and not to say the other ones aren't good, they're definitely worth being in there. These are just the ones that I narrowed down as really tough. So this is by no means right, but this is just my opinion. Number 10, the Medallions. Alright, this is one of the newest decks by Theory 11, and they're best, in my opinion. The handling is really good, it just feels really great in the hands. Back design's really cool, and it has customized quirk cards, which is something that you don't see from Theory 11 very much. So yeah, the Medallions are number 10 in my collection. Moving on to number 9. The Mechanic deck by House of Playing Cards. This is a really cool deck, and things that you haven't seen much before. It has a flip book, so meaning, I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well. Get it in the light more. You can see that the deck actually moves. The gears and levers move, and if it's in order, new deck order, it actually is a different order when it came. But if it's in the order that it came in, the gears move in a circular motion. But it looks cool anyway because it just kind of moves around. And the handling's pretty good. And the recoloration's pretty cool. A lot to talk about. Hopefully a review of this deck sometime in the future. Number 7, the B Watermelon playing cards. It comes in red and blue. I have the red one, but I'm just going to show you the blue one. This deck is really nice. The back design's really interesting, something I've never really seen before. I like the blue one better than the red, but the red definitely looks really cool too. The stock is really thick, and the deck handles amazing. This is one of the best handling decks I've had. The faces are normal, but I don't really care. It's just because it's kind of a classy deck I could perform with and stuff like that. But yeah. This would be number 7 on my list. Amazing handling, really cool back design. Number 6, the Legends deck by the Expert Playing Card Company. Alright, this is a really new deck. It only comes with 2 cards, extra cards. The Jokers are really cool. But this deck has a new finish that I had never tried out before, and I really like it. It's sort of waxy. It's not smooth finish, but it's not air cushion either, definitely. It's a little waxy, but it feels really nice. It's really smooth, and the stock is thin and snappy. The back design looks really cool, and the faces are pretty simple and nice. Alright, so that was number 6. Number 5, the Babble Deck. This deck has really cool jokers, which are worth showing you. Something I haven't really seen before. The Babble Deck by Card Experiment. There it was. This deck is amazing. The faces are all customized, and it has a magic finish, so it handles well and looks really cool. The back design is really nice, and the borders are thin and look really good in fans. Okay, Babble Deck. It's really nice. Oh wait, this must have been number 6. Sorry, I counted wrong. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, counted wrong. I can do math, guys, don't worry. I'm not crazy. So this, number 5, there we go, is the Orem deck by Paul Carpenter, founder of Encarded. Alright? This is a really cool deck. It comes with this gold card that you put in front of the cutout on the box, which no other deck I've ever seen has a cutout, which is really cool. The borders are some of the thinnest borders I've seen on cards, which is really awesome. Looks amazing in fans, and it has a magic finish and aristocrat stock, like all of his decks, so the handling is definitely going to be there. Okay, this is a really cool deck with a really kick-ass back design and really cool faces. Alright, number 5 would be the Orem deck. Okay, moving on to number 4. Another deck by Paul Carpenter, the Tendril deck. This is one of the earlier decks that I got, one of the earlier customized decks, and it is one of my favorites. Again, it has really thin borders, and the back design is one of the coolest designs I've ever seen. The faces are really cool too. Just a lot of really cool colors and intricate designs. It's funny that it was one of my first ones and one of my favorites too. A lot of those earlier decks are actually better than the new ones that are being made. And again, Magic Finish, one of the earlier Magic Finish decks, so the handling is going to be there. So, number 4 would be the Tendril deck. Okay, Paul Carpenter is one of my favorite producers. The other deck he made was the Deco, and it just didn't make my list because I already had 2 in there, and it just wasn't one of my favorites. Number 3, the MagicCon 2012 deck. This deck looks really, really nice. The back design is really cool. The colors they used are really nice. They fit together. And the faces are really cool as well. You can see, maybe this won't show up on camera, but they have different kind of colors within the back design. Not the back design, the faces. It's easier to pick up in person, but it actually has different textures and colors. Not like 3D textures, but different shapes and like colors within the actual court cards. And the handling is amazing, like every other Dan and Dave deck. Alright, so number 3 is the MagicCon 2012 deck. Number 2, this might be a surprise to you guys. This is the B Erdnase playing cards. These are the most reliable cards I have ever had. Look how dirty the edge is. This is one of the oldest decks I have, and I've taken it everywhere with me. It just has held up to everything I've ever done. I mean, I've taken it on trips, done like lapel spreads and springs every time I have it, and it's just one of the most durable decks. No, the most durable decks out there. The most durable deck probably I have ever had. One of the older ones I ever bought, and it still handles amazing. You know, look at that. It still fans. No deck that you've been playing with for 2 or 3 years and taken with you everywhere still fans, except for this deck. The stock is really thick and very durable, and it's still slippery. It still feels really nice, and the design is really classy too. It's a really cool kind of casino style-ish. It's just really elegant. I really like this deck. You don't always need intricate design as long as you have durability and class on the actual design. Number 1, the Exquisite playing cards. This deck is by up and away. That made no sense what I just said. Just by far my favorite deck. This is an amazing deck of cards. It has that gold star in the middle. It has that waxy finish, but it's even better than the Legends. It's just a lot of things were put into this deck that have never been used or haven't been used a really long time. They used stamping, hot stamping, which never was last used in the 1800s. It's just, they nailed everything with this deck. I mean, the box is sideways. Who thought of that? It's just really cool. This is a limited deck, so you might not be able to find it for very cheap, but if you're looking for a deck, I would highly recommend you get this, if you can find it. It's just amazing. By far my favorite deck. Okay, I can say that with complete confidence. This is my favorite deck. Okay, the other ones were hard to mix and find which spot, but this one was easily my first choice. Okay, that's my list, guys. Sorry if you disagree with my choices, but these are, in my opinion, the top 10 decks made. I obviously don't have every deck ever made, but I have quite a few. Some of the more popular ones. And these are my 10 favorites. Go ahead and comment down below what your favorites are. I'll take a look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.